So, good morning everyone. I'm Cadet Sinadan Paul Vince. I will discuss the four annexes Annex 1, Annex 2, Annex 3, and Annex 4. So, I come up with a better and wider understanding about these four topics, which is the Marpol Annex 1, Marpol Annex 2, Marpol Annex 3, and Marpol Annex 4. I have learned that it's very necessary to study these certain topics because it explains things about sheep and other things related to it. So, let me start first with Marpol Annex 1. The question is, what have I learned from this topic? So basically, I have learned that Marpol Annex 1 refers to the discharge requirements for the prevention of pollution by oil and oily materials. This explains that Marpol Annex 1 is very useful international marine environment convention, and the reason of it helps to minimize pollution to the sea, and also its objectives is to preserve the marine environment through the complete elimination of pollution by oil and other harmful substances and the minimization of accidental discharge of such substances. Marpol Annex 1 is not just about minimizing oil substance at the sea, but it also point out cleaning cargo areas and tanks. Moreover, I have learned from the lesson about Marpol Annex 2 that the main principle of Marpol Annex 2 is to dilute cargo residues in seawater to prescribe limits depending on their pollution hazard and facilitate the distribution of discharges by utilizing the wake of the ship. It was developed by the International Marine Organization with an objective to minimize pollution of of the ocean and seas, including dumping, oil, and air pollution. So, in addition, I also did learn that Marpol Annex 3 requires standards on packaging, marking, labeling, documentation, stowage, quantity limitations, exceptions, and notifications of for preventing or minimizing pollution by harmful substances. So it simply means that this convention basically explain that it aims to have a safe shipping goods by protecting and preventing by protecting and prevention to minimize pollution to the sea and to avoid and give protection to marine environment by harmful substances in a way of packaging forms. So lastly, the lesson is about Marpol Annex 4. So basically, Annex 4 contains a set of regulations regarding the discharge of sewage into the sea from ships, including regulations regarding the ship's equipment and system for the control of sewage discharge, the provision of port reception facilities for sewage, and requirements for survey and certification. The sewage waste discharged from the ship is under this Marpol Annex 4. Therefore, the Marpol Convention aims to entirely eliminate pollution of the marine environment by release of oil and other hazardous substances from ships and to reduce discharges of harmful substances in connection with ships accidents. So that's all for the four annexes. So thank you for listening.